Hi, I'm Tiffany Domino. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my website is howtoentrepreneur.org, and my mission is to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise. So if you or someone you know wants to start or grow a business, definitely stop by howtoentrepreneur.org. I have a free course there that's the business framework to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise. So today I have a really interesting entrepreneur that I want to do this video about, and her name is Madam C.J. Walker. So if you haven't heard of Madam C.J. Walker, this video will explain to you who she was with her biography and some quotes. Now, she is one of the people that will really inspire you if you've been in a situation where you feel maybe trapped, maybe stuck, or enslaved in any way. I'm excited about doing this video for you so you can be inspired by her story. So in regards to slavery, our world has come a long way. Fewer people in today's age say they've dealt with the type of slavery where one man considers the other property. Common inequality issues we deal with today are like self-limiting beliefs, gender inequality, racial inequality, personal tragedy, and abusive relationships of all sorts. These issues can reach extremes where they make people feel like slaves, and when you're in one of these situations, it can be tough deciding what to do. Furthermore, it can be nearly impossible to envision the journey you could take to reach high levels of success, especially if you don't have an example to follow. So you'd be surprised how much toll a toxic relationship can have on your daily productivity. In Madame C.J. Walker's time, the slavery of African Americans was an example of toxicity they dealt with. But maybe for you, you may be dealing with an argumentative spouse, parents who tell you you can't, or friends who scoff at your dreams. You may have plans to work on your business, but these scoffers who don't believe in your dream may say things that completely derails your train of thought, and causes a major distraction. So rather than accomplishing a full 12 hours of work and accomplishing many goals, you might find yourself only having 6 hours of work and many tasks left undone. So if you allow it, these toxic encounters can compile together and become a giant mountain of distraction that makes it nearly impossible to accomplish your dreams. Therefore, it's important to study people like Madam C.J. Walker, who have overcome adversity, successful entrepreneurs who have overcome the turmoil of severing ties to naysayers, and who understand what it's like to be mocked, can serve as great sense of inspiration to you as you grow as an entrepreneur. So who was Madam C.J. Walker? Known today as one of America's most successful black women entrepreneurs of the late 1800s, early 1900s, Madam C.J. Walker is one inspirational woman to study. Born on a Louisiana plantation just after the Civil War, Madam C.J. Walker was no stranger to poverty, adversity, and discrimination. She was orphaned at the age of 7 and is known for saying, "I got myself by giving myself a start." Her story demonstrates the power any of us has when we have determination, work ethic, and execution. She survived by working as a sharecropper in cotton fields with her older sister, Lavinia. At 14, she married Moses McWilliams to escape the abuse of an abusive brother-in-law. She gave birth to a daughter named Lilia in June 1885 and became a widow at age 20. As a single mother, she struggled to raise Lilia. She moved to St. Louis to join her brothers, who were a little more established as barbers, but it's recorded that she was earning $1.50 per day. Despite her extreme poverty, Madam Walker paid for her daughter to go to public school. She developed relationships that compromised her thinking and began her journey to view the world in a different light. Then, in the late 1890s, when her hair started falling out, she began seeking solutions. Losing her hair made her feel very insecure, so she adamantly searched for answers. After trying other products on the market and testing out mixtures for her hair, she found a mixture that worked. So others started asking her about how she solved the problem with her hair, and she began sharing her story and her hair care solutions. After realizing the demand for hair care solutions, Madam C.J. Walker began formally producing her products, selling door to door, and going on sales crusades. As her sales grew, Walker reinvested the income to build the manufacturing to support it and started a school that taught women to become sales agents. The growth of the direct sales component of her business operated so well that many women made more than 10 times what they could working somewhere else or having a job. The success of Madam C.J. Walker and all those in connection, the agents, the attorneys, and everyone else, led the group to have lots of political influence and clout, and philanthropy opened many doors to notoriety and fame. As a result of everything Madam C.J. Walker did in her life, she's still known today for being the first black woman millionaire in the U.S., growing a very large and profitable hair care company, making very influential petitions to the government about women's rights, anti-lynching, and equality, and she collaborated with very influential people like Booker T. Washington. So if you didn't know about her before, she's definitely somebody to learn about. So here's some famous quotes by Madam C.J. Walker. So added to her notoriety, she's known for very powerful quotes that speak on willpower, determination, and hard work. And these are just some of them. So she said, "I want you to understand that your first duty is to humanity. I want others to look at us and see that we care not just about ourselves, but about others." She says, "America doesn't respect anything but money. What our people need is a few millionaires." She says, "I am a woman who came from the cotton fields of the South. From there, I was promoted to the wash tub. From there, I was promoted to the cook kitchen. And from there, I promoted myself into the business of manufacturing hair goods and preparations. I have built my own factory on my own ground." And her granddaughter tells this story with so much detail, because in this situation, she was actually being ignored. She had something to say, and someone was overlooking her. And so she decided to give them context, prove her authority, and speak for herself, and not let them just ignore her in public like that. So she said, basically, she was a woman who spoke up. She wasn't one that just let people mistreat her or didn't have her boundaries in place. She said, she spoke firmly and said, "I am a woman who came from the cotton fields of the South. From there, I was promoted to the wash tub. From there, I was promoted to the cook kitchen. And from there, I promoted myself into the business of manufacturing hair goods and preparations. I have built my own factory on my own ground." So, she came from hard knocks. She came from humble beginnings, and when she allowed other people to promote her, they promoted her from the cotton fields into the wash tub and to the kitchen. But she took it in her own hands, and she promoted herself to higher positions. So kudos to her. She says, I got my start by giving myself a start. So mind you, she was an orphan by the age of 7, and she had a lot of hard knocks going with her uncle and he was abusive. And mind you, at the time that she lived, this was at the time that slavery, racism, all of that was still very prevalent. So for her to have all of these achievements in the midst of all that turmoil is really awesome. She was born before Martin Luther King. And she says, I want the great masses of my people to take a greater pride in their personal appearance and to give their hair proper attention. So many African American people, at this time, it was a lot of racial inequality towards African American people. And some of that still exists today, but as a result of that, the attention wasn't placed towards making solutions for that population of people. And still, when you go to some places and some locations, you'll find that there's not solutions for that group of people. The hair is different, the skin type is different, some of the ailments and things that they deal with as African American people is different. So she says she wants African American people, or her people, to take greater pride in their personal appearance. Don't just walk around looking like animals or anything like that, or allowing people to treat them like animals. Give proper attention to their hair. She said, one night I had a dream, and in that dream, a big black man appeared to me and told me what to mix up for my hair. I made up my mind I would begin to sell it. So don't overlook your dreams. I know sometimes people laugh and they think that dreams that you have in your sleep, that they're meaningless or whatever. But the things that you see in your sleep, a lot of times they're symbols. There's meaning behind them. If you have, I don't know what your worldview is, but my worldview is a biblical worldview. And you'll find that in the Bible, a lot of the men were able to see things that changed their whole generation, or change even the generations we see now. And they had those epiphanies in their dreams. So don't overlook the things that you see in your dreams. She says, it's pretty hard for the Lord to guide you if you haven't made up your mind which way to go. So we have some authority in deciding where we're going to go with our lives. So for her, she's saying use it. And I am not ashamed of my past. I am not ashamed of my humble beginning. So don't forget. And some people try to wear this aura like nothing ever happened to them. They're just perfect. She's saying she's not ashamed of it. And, basically just be real with yourself. Just be real with who you are and be comfortable in your own skin. She says, I am not merely satisfied in making money for myself, for I am endeavoring to provide employment for hundreds of women of my race. I want to say to every Negro woman present, don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them. Now, this applies not just to Negro women, but she said it specifically to Negro women. So let me first talk to that population. So for a lot of Negro women or black women who feel inequality, we may feel like in the workplace we're not getting the same pay, or we may feel disrespected or unheard, and all these different things come up. And so she says that she wasn't just thinking about herself, she was thinking about how to help herself and others of us to come out. And so that's something that we need to think about, whether it's as black women, as women of any race. We need to think about not just ourselves, but helping other people come out of the shackles and the struggles and the situations that they're in as well. And I did a video earlier today on Zig Ziglar, and he talked about how you become successful by helping other people get what they want. So this is just another example of that, how her mind wasn't just to pay her own bills or pay for Lilia, her daughter, to be able to go to school. In her mind, she was thinking about making an opportunity that helps not just herself, but helps the other women to get to have an opportunity as well. And I love this part of her quote, don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them. And I believe that women, regardless of married or single, sometimes our marriages can cause us to be dependent and not to get up and make opportunities for ourselves. Sometimes our employment is so many different crutches around that we can clinch to, that if we want to, we can really prevent our maximum potential from coming to fruition. So it's important for us not just to sit down and wait for something else to happen or to wait for somebody else to do it, but to get up and make those opportunities for ourselves. She said, if I have accomplished anything in life, it is because I have been willing to work hard. And that speaks like highly to work ethic. So regardless, man, woman, regardless of what time you're in, whether you're alive during some type of slavery or otherwise, working hard is what she's saying got her to the results that she had. So don't give up on working hard. So like always, I've compiled a playlist so that you can learn more about Madam C.J. Walker, and you can even see her granddaughter who is speaking about her. It was so educational for me to listen to her granddaughter tell lessons about her grandmother and her mom, and to really get a better understanding of Madam C.J. Walker. So Madam C.J. Walker is still widely known and studied and spoken about, even 1 century after her death. Her great-great-granddaughter has released a lot of information to help others who want to study deeper in Black history, U.S. history, or who want to study her as a successful entrepreneur. So for more information about Madam C.J. Walker, I recommend you check out the Madam C.J. Walker official website by her great-great-granddaughter Alelia Bundles. And her great-great-granddaughter also has an autobiography called On Her Ground that you can take a look at. So if you just click this, it'll take you to check out this book. So I'll leave the link in the description box below for this article, and you can stop by and check out all of these resources that I'm telling you about. So for some final words, the goal of this video was to show you the life of Madam C.J. Walker and how you can overcome adversity by following the example of successful entrepreneurs. So if you have any questions or concerns about this, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below, or you can stop by How to Entrepreneur and leave a comment on this post. I'd love to help you out. And before I end this video, I also want to remind you that if you are interested in starting or growing a business, to stop by howtoentrepreneur.org and check out my free course, The Business Framework, to help you grow from idea to enterprise. So that's all I have for this video, and I'm hoping that you'll stop by and view another one. If you like this one, please give a thumbs up. And if you want to see more like it, whether it's biographies of successful entrepreneurs, product reviews, service reviews, or buyer's guides, anything to help you grow from idea to enterprise, then please subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. So that's all I have, and I'm hoping to have a discussion with you in the comment section below. So have a great day. Bye.